Karina, the dumbass that just keeps on giving. Um, I always keep saying that I'm probably not gonna make another video on this Genshin VA shit, but then something always happens. It's always Karina. I don't know why. Like, I swear, I followed her on Twitter because I was like, I need to keep up with all the dumb shit that she's doing. But then I realized she does all her retarded shit on TikTok, and I don't fucking use TikTok. So nah, but it doesn't matter because anytime she opens her mouth, it's gonna show up everywhere, anyways. Because I mean, what better way to enjoy your life than to realize that there are people out in this world who are significantly dumber than you. You know what I mean? It's always fun to shit on retards. We got Karina over here who, for some reason, just won't stop talking. I don't get it. This could be avoided if she just stopped fucking talking. But you know what? The more she opens her mouth, the more content for Genshin players over here. You know what I mean? Us. We're eating good with this stupidity. So I'm all here for it. What else could have happened? What else could have possibly happened? How dumber could she possibly be?
Welcome back, guys. Hope you've been having a great weekend and a wonderful Easter.
Oh, what is dog shit quality?
To show you in this video that I think you'll find very interesting. So yesterday I made another video talking about some Genshin VA stuff, and I don't think I watched that, but whatever. People telling me about a situation with the game Nikke, and how Kaylee Mills is voicing a character on that game. I think her name is called Rappy. And they had a live stream yesterday, or the day before yesterday. It was specifically on April 19th. So what is today? One second. Yeah, yesterday. And so in this hour-and-a-half live stream for Nikke, the 2.5 anniversary live stream, there was a moment where Kaylee Mills' character came on screen, and Kaylee Mills was voicing the character. And
Isn't that... Dude, was that the same day they did Wuthering Waves anniversary? Oh, that's actually kind of funny. Right now, everybody's shitting on Wuthering Waves for their lackluster anniversary. I think they're gonna fix it and give bigger rewards. But that's actually very interesting. I actually find that so funny. Considering how Nikke's anniversary was also streaming at the same day as Wuthering Waves. That's actually very funny.
And they had like information about the VA and
I need to play Nikke. I genuinely need to play Nikke. Like I do. I didn't play it at first because I legitimately just look like straight gooner bait. And don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fucking gooner. I'm all for big ass titted anime women in these games. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for it. But I also really like story. That's also true. Like if I just want to see big tits, I'll just go watch porn. I also just kind of want story too. You know what I mean? So it's like but I've heard Nikke's story is really good. And after really getting back into Punishing Gray Raven, I won't lie, I got back into Punishing Gray Raven, and the story of Punishing Gray Raven, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna fucking say it. I think Punishing Gray Raven's story is better than Wuthering Waves, Genshin, Honkai Star. It's better than all of them. I do. I think Punishing Gray Raven's story is better than all of them. It's the newest patch. I got into it. I took in the whole story. It was great. But I'm getting off topic. We're supposed to be shitting on Karina.
And the live chat began to be filled up with people saying stuff like, recast this VA, LVA, toxic VA.
Oh, was that in the chat for the live stream?
Called out on live stream. It was crazy.
Oh, that's actually funny.
I was trying to find that specific part of the live stream, but it's like an hour and a half long. So I was like going through it, trying to find it. And then I actually had someone on Twitter tag me with some screenshots from that part. So I was able to find that part and take some screenshots too. So we'll take a look at the ones that I got and the ones that was sent. But first,
we need to see this.
Glad you guys are enjoying.
I also remember, I think it was a Honkai Star. I think it was the Honkai Star anniversary stream, or was it a Genshin patch stream? I remember there was a stream for a Horrorverse game. It was either Genshin or Honkai Star, where they were in the chat. They were just straight up saying, just putting like the Nazi flag and all that shit. Like I think they removed like the filters or anything like that. Like they removed the rules, and then people were just straight up saying some abhorrent shit in the live chat, where they were just putting the Nazi flag and like just saying straight slurs in the chat. It was fucking hilarious.
Some people were asking about the design, and it's just like a combo of Venti from Genshin and some of the IRL pics I've posted on Twitter from when I had the black and blue hair, and actually got some art, which is awesome. So Purpleon's art, thank you for this one. This is hilarious. This is from that Karina video the other day with like Paimon's nonsense rambling, or I mean, Karina's nonsense rambling.
What the fuck? What is with people and shaving off their fucking eyebrows? I don't get it. What is with that? You don't look good with no eyebrows. Nobody looks good with no eyebrows. Who the fuck thinks it's a good idea to shave your fucking eyebrows? Like you don't look good. You look like a thumb with eyeballs. Like you don't look good with no eyebrows. Like straight up, if you could looking at this picture of Karina right now, if you covered her hair, she would look like Johnny Sins. Like, what the fuck? Keep your fucking eyebrows. Don't shave off your eyebrows. I don't understand people who think they look better with no eyebrows. Like, legitimately. Like, sure, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but I'm telling you, if there's one thing that is objectively true about beauty, is you look worse with no eyebrows. Keep your fucking eyebrows, bro.
Then I saw this one from Sempiternity. It's just freaking awesome looking. Although I kind of look like I'm dead inside, like I'm just dying. But I guess that is pretty fitting for all the VA brain rot that we've been reading lately. And then we got this one from Cody Sakari. But this one's just,
but I thought this was about Karina, so apparently it's about Kaylee Mills, who I think is Kaching.
All you guys. Now,
yeah, I think Kaylee Mills is Kaching.
That takes us to Sierra.
But hey,
if you want some more further evidence,
seems like they're tag teaming the destruction of their not strike. So yeah, that's gonna be great.
Kaylee got on camera. There was a fair amount of the chat room asking for her to be recast out of Rappy's role. And the fact that the people in the chat are actively blaming Genshin, when in reality, the only thing that ties to it being Genshin related is the recast of Kenichi, while Kaylee Mills actively bullied someone and then found out their information through some means is crazy. So the context to that is there was a few people just saying like, oh, like toxic Genshin fans or something, basically. In response to the people who were like calling out Kaylee. The main thing I just want Kaylee to do is just apologize to Jacob publicly. What do you guys think the odds of her doing that would be?
No.
There was
even now, I don't think she can apologize, because even now, if she would apologize now, it would look so fucking forced, because she doubled down. Bro, she quadrupled down. She fucking backseated the guy's finances. It was like, oh, he makes enough money to do this. She was like trying to be a financial advisor to the dude. Even if she apologized now, that would mean fuck all. Legitimately, she just needs to stop talking about this and move on, and just deal with the bed that she made and lie in it. Straight up. Apology, even if she apologized, no one's gonna believe that shit, because it's so far gone that like it would feel nothing but forced. So what Kaylee needs to do is, once again, she needs to shut the fuck up, stop talking about this, and then just ride the hate train and lay in the bed that she made. That's all. That's the only thing she can do.
No need for her comments, regardless of her personal feelings. Yeah, I do agree with that. And that goes for like any of the VAs who've like harassed Jacob. Even if they disagreed with what he did, the public witch hunt that they put forward against him just makes them all look so bad. Jacob has the position of Kenichi, and realistically, the strike is in shambles right now. Yeah.
Wrong. Apparently, it's not a strike. It's a collective refusal to work. Basically, they just wanted more money because they can't strike against Hoyoverse because it's a non-union fucking company. Holy fuck, these VAs are so retarded.
It's more than better to just apologize now. The thing is, it seems like it would be like a fake apology at this point, right? Like, if these VAs actually started apologizing, I don't know about y'all. You know, you form your own opinion on it, but personally, I don't think I would believe a single one of them. I think
straight up, nobody would believe them.
Like more damage control. It's more than better. To nobody would believe now and admit she messed up than to just
nobody would believe them. They really just need to stop talking about this shit. Stop talking about SAG-AFTRA. Stop bringing it up, and then just shut the fuck up and move on.
They show Kaylee Mills, and then it's Kaylee Mills talking as Rappy, as this character. And here's the screenshot provided in that tweet right there. Let's take a look.
Bully VA lol. Replace.
Replace. Ew. Boo.
I mean, this was already probably set in stone like months before this whole shit happened. So they can't really just, well, I mean, they can just replace her. And they probably will if they keep getting hate. I imagine the player base is going to mass report the fuck out of this game and fucking Google, like fuck straight up do Google Classroom as well to get Kaylee Mills out. Because the gacha game player base, they're fucking, they're something else, man.
Boo. Switch VA, skip. It's her. It's just it's her. Bully VA and L. And then here is the one that I got. Let's take a look at this. L. Fire the VA.
Yeah, skip. Boo. Skip,
recast. Boo. WVA. We got one like in the VA.
Cute voice.
Fire.
I got everyone just shitting on her. Then just one at the end be like cute voice.
Yeah, cute voice. So two more supportive ones. But then we got recast. Isn't Rappy's VA a bully? Recast her. Recast. English ruins VA. And
I've never played DK, but it'd be so funny if Rappy was just a straight bitch.
Kaylee,
people would be like, "Oh yeah, it makes total sense why Kaylee's voicing this character."
Tomatoes. Is that like throwing tomatoes or something? Recast Rappy, Wild L, recast L, recast, and Rappy is ruined. And then we'll take a look at a few more. At the top is the last one we just read, Rappy is ruined. Oh yeah, here's an example of someone blaming Genshin people, as you can see. But out of everything we just read, like I can only see one example of that. Recast. Wait,
there's a lot of things we can blame Genshin for. There really is.
Why people are so mad right now?
There's a lot of things we can blame Genshin for. There really is. Like I think Genshin has done a lot of bad practices that's gonna flourish in the new gacha space and then new market, like with the 50/50 and all that. But one thing that we can't blame Genshin for is the retardation that comes with American VAs. Like, as if you really think about it, the amount of bullshit that these SAG-AFTRA VAs have made these companies deal with. Like, not to defend my billion-dollar company, but like, if you really think about it, all the bullshit that these VAs have made, these SAG-AFTRA VAs have made these companies and like all these people have to deal with their fucking entitlement and their stupidity. It's insane. Like, even just outside of Genshin, like, brother, let's not forget that the fucking voice actor for the Don tried to say the Japanese people are racist because their Japanese anime that have Japanese characters didn't have black people in it. Let's not forget that these people were out here trying to say that Genshin Impact is racist because Natlan, which is supposed to be a nation of dinosaurs and fairy tales and fucking cat girls, didn't have Africans in it. Like, bro, like these people are next level, like, retarded. It's insane. They always want to force their own altruism down people's throats and think they're a morally superior person when they're standing on a soapbox preaching to nobody. It's wild. It's like, holy fuck. Like, I'm telling you, I've said this so many times, where these companies, like, if anything, Kuro Games has shown that you don't need these American SAG-AFTRA VAs to have good English dub. They're all gonna go straight European. I promise you. Like, even in Genshin, Varisa's from the UK, Kanisha's Japanese. Like, bro, they're going to the eastern side for these English VAs now. Like, I promise you.
Now, Kira Buckland, Rappy, please. Recast, y'all mean chill. This chat.
You know what's even more interesting? All this VA shit is actually making me really think about this is something that I think people have forgotten. I remember this happened a while ago with the whole Monica Rial and Vic Mignogna situation, where like Monica would like claim that Vic Mignogna was like a predator or some shit, and then he lost like so many roles because of the assumption that she placed in people's minds, even though there was no fucking evidence. And then, Vic Mignogna got like outcasted and ostracized by all these SAG-AFTRA VAs. And oh wow, there we go. Wait.
Is not chill. More
there you go. Right down here. I stand with Vic. That I swear to God, it's not pre-watched. I literally just thought of that. But like, I don't know if anybody remembered that, because like I remember Ruby. I used to be a big Ruby fan, and then they fucked up the show. Like, they just continually fucked up the show. I don't know how they kept making the show worse. But I remember Ruby was very big, and Vic Mignogna was in that. And then there's a whole situation with Monica Rial, and she was saying that he was a predator or some shit. And even though there was no evidence, because people being people, right? You don't need proof, just an accusation, and then people will just say, "Oh yeah, it's so true," because I don't like that guy. And he lost so many roles, and then come to find out, it was just complete and utter bullshit. And even to this day, I don't even know what happened to him. I didn't keep up. I don't know if he got his roles back. I don't know. Like, I have no clue what happened to Vic Mignogna. But it's just very reminiscent of that situation where it's just these VAs just, they want to stand on their soapbox and preach their own bullshit when in reality they're just fucking retarded.
Tomatoes, toxic fans, questions. Some people clearly out of the loop on this. She's unprofessional. Recast her. Recast Rappy. Recast. Fire Kaylee. Hashtag I stand with Vic. Based. Recast. Recast this VA. Recast. LVA. What did she do? Recast. Thank Miss Sillies. I like Mikasa.
What does that have to do with anything?
And recast Rappy. Okay, let me know what you got.
Did Kaylee Bills do Mikasa? There's no way. Did she do Mikasa? That's actually, I wouldn't even recognize that.
think about that. And I've got one more thing to show you here that I think you'll find very funny. Going over to Blue Sky. Do you remember Little Krebo? So bro's kind of mad. Check this out. Yesterday he posted this rant saying, if you see all the usual grifters and anger harvesting content creators getting behind the actors have no right or reason to strike Hoyo titles, the union is a scam, etc. argument, I'd ask those of you who are rational to consider how steeped in ignorance that take must be to catch fire that quick.
No. That's very true. Actually, no. It's not. No. They don't have a right. They can do it. But they also need to understand that they can get fucking replaced. Like, it's very shocking to me. Like, I think the most shocking thing about all of this, really, to me, is that these people actually thought that if they went on strike and didn't do this job for half a fucking year, that they would still have a job afterwards. That's the most shocking part to me. It's like, I figured they would be fully prepared to lose their jobs if they were going to do this strike that's been going on for like almost a fucking year. Like, they really thought that like they could walk out of work, not work for a fucking year, and then the company's just going to let them back in and not replace them. Especially considering how they don't even need to under any sort of law, because they're not a unionized company. They're non-union. They're not based in America, so they don't even have to follow SAG-AFTRA. So it's like, I don't know why they thought they would retain their jobs if they didn't. Like, I like they had to have been prepared to lose their fucking positions if they were gonna go on strike for a fucking year. Like, what the fuck?
I'm talking to actors as well, because I know there's likely new or hopeful actors that are watching this play out, unsure what to believe. Ask yourself if you trust the people striking for months, or the people doing everything in their power to undermine that in the span of a few weeks. What does them...
The only people who've been undermining your strike in the past few weeks is Karina, Kayla, and fucking the other VAs that just jumped on Jacob Takanashi. Jesus Christ. I promise I'm not racist. They're the ones who are undermining your strike, because none of this would have happened if they all just shut the fuck up. Straight up. The VAs had so much goodwill that there were actually red flags showing at the beginning of this, with like the Lycon VA saying that he didn't know that he got fired, but then another tweet later said that I knew for a fact that they were gonna let me back in, and people were like, what the fuck, which is it? You know what I mean? There were red flags, but like people were just like, nah, we believe the A's because we want to support AI rights. And then Karina, and then these retarded VAs, Karina, Kaylee, fucking Valerie, they just opened their fucking mouths and then jumped on a dude who just wanted to feed his kids. And now look, nobody likes these people. Holy fuck.
Striking for months have to do with anything. That doesn't by default give them additional merit. So they're striking for months and people have been calling them out for weeks. So what? It doesn't even have any relevancy. And for the record, I've been criticizing their strike for over a month, and I know a lot of people in the Genshin fandom and Hoyoverse fandom in general have also been criticizing their strike for over a month. So once again, I don't think his argument has any merit, but even his own logic doesn't even really support his argument. And then, of course, Little Krebo is also misrepresenting some of the main issues that people actually have. For example,
I don't play Marvel Rivals, so I can't tell if this is good gameplay or not.
Issues, if not the biggest issue that people have, which is...
I actually haven't played Overwatch in so long. It's been like 6 years since when was the last time I played Overwatch? I stopped playing Overwatch the moment they left the game to develop Overwatch 2. Like, that's what I genuinely like stopped playing Overwatch, because the game wasn't being up. The game like had no updates for like a year, because they just left it to go develop Overwatch 2. So the last time I played was like probably a little after Echo released. So this is like a while ago, like 6, oh god, 7 years. God damn, bro, 6-7 years. The last time I played Overwatch. That's wild.
That these union VAs are basically trying to turn the entire job into a union project, which would then have a high probability of negatively impacting the non-union talent, and that these VAs have been trying to use the AI argument as a sort of Trojan horse in an attempt to manipulate the public into supporting their strike or collective work refusal while they also don't
there you go.
all of the reasons that
it's not actually a strike.
Collective work refusal. To put it simply, they were attempting to play the fandom and the internet like a bunch of
the fact that this isn't even a legitimate strike just really puts their stupidity in play in full face. Like, oh my god. It's like what other reason could they have done for than they just wanted more money? Because legitimately, if it was AI protection, bro, Hoyoverse is already doing that. Hoyoverse got rid of Formosa, which was the problem in the first place because they didn't have AI protection, and they went with Side Cadence and then or Side Studio and Cadence, which have AI protection in their contracts. So clearly, Hoyoverse is for AI protection. Plus, China has strict AI laws as well. So it's like Hoyoverse was if you wanted AI protection, Hoyoverse wasn't the problem. They clearly had it, or they were going to do it. So it's like, what other reason could they have done this collective work refusal other than they just wanted more fucking money? Like, what other reason could there be?
Fools. And then when that doesn't work, they constantly try and misrepresent the issues that we all have, call us toxic, etc., etc. I thought this post from Little Kribo was also funny. This is from today, and it looks like the person he's responding to ended up deleting their post, but here's what Little Kribo says. Please, no matter which side of the issue you're on, stop referring to actors striking as drama. Filtering this whole situation through that lens is why you have people misunderstanding and misinforming. It's always so ironic when they talk about misinformation. And specifically why you have YouTubers frothing at the mouth for content. It's not drama. The more you...
So what's interesting about this is they keep saying misinformation. You don't trust the YouTubers, don't trust it. So then who should we trust for information? Because clearly it's not you people. So who should we go to for information? The ones that you approve of? How about we get both sides? How about, okay, we listen to your people and then we listen to people who are against it? Oh, don't trust anyone but except the people we say are okay. Yeah, because that totally isn't biased. What the fuck?
Approach this thinking of it as some sort of internal debate, the less you understand the actual context and stakes. Yeah, guys, don't you dare have nuance. Don't you dare question anything. You're supposed to blindly support the VAs. Bro, get out of here. You believe that if actors aren't sharing everything about the strike, that they're hiding things. Okay, so let's address this point that Little Kribo...
That is such an oxymoron. If they don't say everything about the strike, then they're hiding it. That's quite literally what it means. If you don't say everything about it and you're withholding information, yes, that means you're fucking hiding something because you're withholding information. What the fuck?
Really doesn't seem to understand. If this was all a private matter, if they were handling this all privately, this was all a private negotiation, they don't need to tell us anything. But that's not what's going on. They've made this a very public matter. They've been demanding that the public support them. They've been acting like they're entitled to the public supporting them and that we're obligated to support them. But then they only tell us like one specific thing. Oh, we just want AI protections, guys. Don't you feel bad for us? Don't you see how that's such a good thing? Like, you understand that.
Yeah, guys, feel bad for me because I had to take the time to record this video while I'm throwing up in a toilet. You know, I couldn't wait until I wasn't throwing up in a toilet to record this video. So feel bad for me while I'm over here vomiting my brains out in someone else's shit deposit.
And to be fair, yeah, a lot of us understand the concern about the whole AI thing. But it turned out there was a lot more to all of this than just the AI stuff. As I mentioned earlier, it turned out that was basically just a Trojan horse for the full list of their real demands. And it shouldn't be surprising to Little Kribo or any of these other people that, wow, the public doesn't like being manipulated by a bunch of entitled individuals. Amplifying that even more.
Who would have thought?
And harass people like Jacob Takanashi. You know, there's a whole bunch of issues with all of this stuff.
You know what's so funny? In the gacha space right now, there are like 3 like undying memes right now. Right now there are 3 memes that are just undying. Like you cannot escape these memes. That's greedy and stupid, right? I'm the only motherfucker who should be getting praise. And then what's it called? And now it's hope this helps. That, right? Hope this helps. That's gonna be forever ingrained in the gacha space. As a meme that will go on till forever. We hope this helps. That's gonna be in the gacha space forever.
Everything.
It has been immortalized in the Hall of Fame of stupidity when it comes to the gacha space.
It's been a lot, right? but you get the point. So let's see what else Little Grebo has to say. You believe that if actors are angry at someone, it must be bullying. Oh my gosh, dude, why do these people gaslight so much? That is like their
really are.
like main tactic. Oh, let's gaslight people. We're not actually bullying anyone. We're just angry. Or the post we read the other day. They're like, oh, no one's getting harassed. People are just venting. That's all.
Yeah, venting at a guy who took a job to feed his kids. Yeah, totally.
And artists seeing a
totally
genuine threat to the stability of their industry.
Fucking theater kids, bro.
Drama, the same way that people marching in the streets.
Bro, this is why people bully the theater kids. Because this is what happens when you don't bully theater kids.
And finally, we'll take a look at this post from Little Grebo from April 18th, 2 days ago. It says, Hoyo writes quote-unquote scheduling issues so that situations like fans denying the strike exists can happen because they're actively undermining it with that language. Multiple actors who were striking have been recast, and the fandom has insisted they weren't striking because Hoyo wants that confusion. I mean, is it a collective work refusal? Is it a strike? Like,
bruh, one of your own voice actors straight up said and proved in detail that it's not a fucking strike. So if you want anyone to blame, so if you have anyone to blame for people not believing that it's a strike anymore, blame your own voice actors, because they're the ones that said this is a collective work refusal because they can't legally call it a strike because it's a non-union company that SAG-AFTRA has no control over because it's not unionized. Holy fuck.
I don't even think Hoyo wants the confusion. I think you guys are just very inconsistent, and I think Hoyo has been more than generous to all these people. Hoyo could have
straight up
replaced these people.
Like it's actually very surprising how generous Hoyoverse is to these voice actors, considering how they're known as the one that doesn't give a fuck about the player about its consumers. It's very shocking how lenient they're being with these voice actors. Because I swear to God, because after all this information's come out, I actually don't know why they just haven't replaced everybody. Straight up, like Hoyoverse is known for not giving a fuck about their consumers, so it's very odd that they're so lenient to their voice actors. Like, because like I don't know how like. These people just haven't been, all of them just haven't been replaced already. It's insane.
People, but they haven't. They've actually been pretty nice, all considered. And simply calling it a scheduling issue is also kind of generous. They could have just put like, oh, they're refusing the work or something, but no, they're like scheduling issues. You know, that's all that is. It's weird how he thinks this like makes Hoyoverse look bad, but if anything, it makes them look bad. It makes Hoyoverse look like better. And the crazy thing is, as a lot of people have said, and I agree too, it's crazy that we're actually like defending the corporation in this situation, but that's just how unlikable these VAs have been. Like you're literally getting people to side with
right.
Which is
we're actually defending the billion-dollar company from these people.
Somehow these VAs have managed to make that happen. So great job, guys.
They made defending the billion-dollar company actually a good thing in this situation.
There is no strike, which is absurd. There is a strike. And the number of performers who feel one of the biggest video games in the world should have AI protections are fighting. There we go again with the gaslighting.
Yep, the AI protections.
I know this is like a day before the last post we read, but
so why is the one who has the most power in your quote unquote strike still fucking working? If anything, Karina should have been the first one to be like, we're not voicing anything. Because she holds the most power. She's the mascot of the biggest game, of the most profitable game in existence right now. She has the most power. And there's no way that they're going to replace her because they need to re-record how many goddamn lines that Paimon has with how much she talks. They'd have to re-record all of that. They're not replacing her. As much as we want Paimon to be replaced, I actually don't think they're going to replace her. Because I think it would just cost too much. Because she has so many goddamn lines that they like. Legitimately, I just don't think they're going to replace her. Like it would cost more long term to replace her than to keep her. Okay, maybe not long term, but like if you think about how many lines they'd have to re-record for all of Paimon's lines in every single quest, every single event, not every single event because they're temporary, but like in every single quest, every single cutscene, every single line, brother. That adds up, and I don't think they're gonna fucking do it.
The point is they've been doing this for so long now. Come on. It has never been scheduling issues. It has always been workers fighting for what's right. I've spoken directly to actors who are striking that have been recast, who are too scared to talk about it. I do not blame them based on how everything played out, but a situation.
Blame Karina, Kaylee, and like all these other voice. Blame them. This is all happening because they couldn't shut up.
Hey, Hey, Little Kribo, if you care about actors being scared to post things publicly, what do you feel about Jacob Takanashi making a public post and then getting harassed by a bunch of people all in the same union? It's like a ton of people all ganging up on one dude.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. You were also insulting Jacob Takanashi, weren't you? And I would also ask you if part of the enjoyment of these games is that you like the actors' intrinsic performances. Don't you want them to not be terrified of their voice print being used against their will? Of a company calculatedly undermining their fight. This is all something I've addressed before. I'm not going to say anything else about that. Why wouldn't you support them?
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be fucking honest. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If the voice is AI or if the voice is done with an actual person, nobody actually cares. That's just the truth. Nobody actually cares. If, like, sure, out of goodwill, we want the voice actors to have the AI protections, that way they have their livelihood and their job. But the reality is, if they all got replaced with AI, nobody would care after like 2 weeks. That's just the fucking truth. As long as it sounds good and there's voices in the game, like, genuinely, nobody fucking, like, brother, these people want to get, once again, these people want to get on a soapbox and preach their virtues, but like, but these people are also the ones that have an iPhone that was made by a sweatshop by some 12-year-old Chinese kid making slave wage. They're over here wearing shoes made by some 8-year-old African dude, every African child that was probably working that job to feed his dying mother, right? And they don't care. Right, these are the same people that watched Jujutsu Kaisen and enjoyed every single episode while watching that interview with them having bags on their eyes so big that you could probably fit their groceries in there. Like, it's just like, brother, no one would actually care. Why wouldn't you support them? Because we don't actually give a fuck. If everybody got replaced with AI, as long as it's good, nobody's gonna actually care. And I know that sounds fucked up, but it's the truth.
If you're so concerned with actors being recast, a thing that is literally happening with a manipulated narrative in tow right now, the most likely way to keep all the actors is to support the strike. Just support the strike, guys. Don't question anything. They're being recast now because Hoyo refuses to acknowledge or agree to their terms.
These people begging the player base to, like, support the strike with no, like, due process. It's like the equivalent of, like, people telling you to invest into a charity without actually looking into what the charity does or like where the money goes. It's like, why would you get mad at that? Like, why, if you want me to give money to a charity, why would you get mad at me for like looking at where the money's gonna go? Like, show me the cash flow. Show me where. If I give you $1 million, I want to see where it's gonna go and how it's gonna help the cause that you're saying it's gonna help. Like, before I give it to them. You know what I mean? So it's like these people out here just saying, just support our strike. Don't care about the information. It's like a dog. Why would you expect people to not do that? Like, if we're going to sit here and support your cause, we want to know what your cause is, and like how it's going to be effective and how it's going to be put in place. And these people are just like, hey, no. You want information? No, don't do that. We don't give that here. Just support us blindly because we want more money. And you should be okay with that. Fuck that,
okay, cool
bro.
Story, bro. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you all for joining me.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Oh my god, this situation is never ending. I'm surprised. I actually thought this would end like 3 weeks ago, but these people keep talking and talking and talking and talking, and it's like, brother, just shut up. Stop talking, and this will go away. Like, oh my god. But yeah, it never ends. I'm actually sad I never caught that live with them shit talking. But then again, I don't play Nikke. But something tells me something else is gonna happen with this whole VA situation in like 2 days. If I understand the situation well enough, I give it 2-3 days, and then something else is gonna fucking happen. Maybe Karina's gonna say something stupid again. Maybe she'll make another TikTok, but instead of over a toilet, she's gonna be driving. Who knows? She'll be driving while drunk. That'll be insane. Don't ever do that. Anyways, that's that.